What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. How are you guys doing? In this video I'll go through what to do when you run out of stock, and do not make this number one mistake that all sellers make. If this sounds interesting, let's get straight into it. But first of all, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe down below and like this video. So the number one mistake that all sellers or most sellers make when they're running out of stock is they tend to increase the prices. So say if they sell a product for £10, they'll increase it to a ridiculous price such as £20, doubling the price, thinking that obviously it will slow down their sales and they can save enough inventory until the new stock arrives and then it will just work smoothly. But this is a big mistake, because what they fail to understand is that it's affecting their sales velocity. So Amazon will see that this product is not actually selling that well in comparison, and therefore when you do get stock back, it will be hard to rank up and generate that many sales you've been hitting, just because your rank will drop if you obviously not making that many sales. Because that's the way they see it. They don't see it as you're running out of stock and you're just doing it to save yourself some inventory. The best thing to do when you're running out of stock is sell at that price, and to sell out, or you can decrease the price and then to sell more faster. Say if you only had 20 units left and you sell 10 units a day, sell out in 2 days, or decrease the price and to sell out in 1.5 days. And what they'll do, they'll keep your rank high and the same, or increase it, and it won't affect your ranking once you receive your stock again. And the main thing to highlight is that when you do run out of stock, go and manage inventory on your Seller Central account and then close your listing. Not delete your listing, close your listing. What that does, it alerts Amazon that you have run out of stock and you're just waiting on new stock to arrive. Whereas if you don't close your listing, it will just basically mean that Amazon thinks you're just not making enough sales. They don't actually understand and realize that you have run out of stock and you're just waiting on more stock. So make sure you do that. I did not do that for my first product, close the listing. I just realized and learned that recently. But when I didn't close my listing, when I did get stock again for my first product, I ranked dramatically lower and I just wasn't generating that many sales as I was before. There's a few ways where you can ensure that you do not run out of stock and order inventory on time, or reduce the time or days of how long you can be out of stock for. So one of the methods is using Amazon Seller Central. I think it's Amazon Planning, that what it's called, where it tells you how long your stock will last. So say if you have 100 units left, it'll tell you how many days of inventory that will equal to. So say you sell 10 a day, so it will last you 10 days. This is good because it allows you to understand and start making the next order before, so your stock arrives on time. So that's one of the ways. And be sure to always give yourself a bit of leeway. So say if contacting suppliers, negotiating and reordering stock, and the delivery time and them making a product equals to 25 days, make sure you order before 35 days, so you have that extra 10 days leeway of anything else happening. And there is always stuff happening, for example, random unexpected delay. I know it can be difficult to predict and estimate how long your stock will last, because especially when you're starting off ordering your first order, you just don't know when it's going to spike up. So you could be consistent selling 2 to 3 units a day for a week, and then next week you probably just adjust a little thing and your sales automatically dramatically increases and obviously that will mean that you're going to run out inventory a lot quicker, and it means you have less time to plan. But these things do happen, so what you need to do is just be alert and just constantly tracking day by day how many units you're selling. If you expect to sell more, for example on Black Fridays or during the Christmas time or the fourth quarter or Prime Day, where you expect to double or triple your sales. So keep that in mind. Another way you can make sure that you don't run out of stock is always give yourself some leeway time. So say if manufacturing your product, contacting suppliers, etc., and from start to finish of you starting your production to receiving the goods and the Amazon warehouse takes 25 days, make sure you order say 30 to 35 days. Give yourself a good 5 to 10 days leeway for any unexpected delays, as these things do happen and they are quite common For example, manufacturing time might have taken longer than expected, or it might got hold on custom duties, and therefore that's going to add another few days. So make sure you do that, because these things do happen quite often, and you just want to be prepared and make sure these things don't happen, or make sure if these things happen you are well prepared for, and it's not going to affect your sales, because you got to consider this as a real business, and just take it seriously, because it's money at the end of the day, and you're gonna lose out on potential a lot of money, obviously depending on how much you can earn. Another option is that what you can do, it will work out a bit more expensive and maybe not be ideal for your first order, but maybe for your second or third order, where you know that this product is good and I'm going to continue selling, is maybe order more stock than you usually do. So say if you usually order 500 units, why don't you order 750 units or 1,000 units, and that will last you more time. So say if 500 units will last you 1 month, order 1,000 units for 2 months. What that would do, it just allows you to have the time and reduces the stress of actually just keep on constantly ordering more stock. Obviously this is going to work out more expensive, and there's different ways to fund it, i.e. your credit card, maxing it out as long as you have enough money, or you can be able to pay it back on time. But it is an option, and if you are ordering, if it is your second or third order of the same product, you should have a bit of money that you have generated from the business itself, so it be a problem, but it is a good option to do, and it will reduce the chance of you running out of stock. It also allows you to run more promotional offers, etc., to increase your sales, and that will obviously help you out. But yeah, there's plenty of ways where you can ensure that you do not run out of stock. As mentioned, inventory planning, so using Amazon Seller Central, or just giving yourself some leeway time, tracking it on a daily basis, as well as just ordering more stock. And obviously, as I mentioned at the start, do not make the number one mistake that most sellers make, is by increasing your price, because that would particularly affect your sales velocity and your sales ranking, which you probably spend a lot of hard-earned time and money in building your sales rank and just your ranking position of, say, page 1. So be sure to keep that in mind. But that is it for the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to comment down below of any tips that you may have that I've not covered through, and make sure you subscribe down below and like this video for more videos like this.